Hi, welcome back, Scouters. This is, I think, the third video in this series on using the Trails End popcorn system to help you have a more efficient and effective sale. What I'm going to cover in this video is how some of the reports that you can run to look at your sales for your unit over the past years. If you sold popcorn in the last couple of years, your information should be in here. Even if you yourself didn't enter it, somebody entered it on behalf of your unit. So I'm going to show you how to go in here, look at a few different options, look at some reports, so you can make a better decision on how much popcorn you should order for your show and sell. That is the product you'll get early at the beginning of the sale that you'll then divvy out to your boys so that they can take it out and have product on hand to sell folks. It sells much better that way, and they'll be able to raise a lot more money for your unit and for the council and district. So very effective way to sell it. And here's how you figure out how to balance out, what have you ordered in the past will be one factor to think about, among other things, like, how the economy's doing in your area, where do you have enough room to store it, some of those things that we talked about in training. But let's show you how to get to some of the reports now. So I'm going to go ahead, I've already logged into the system, we covered that in the initial video, and I'm going to go, where I'm going to go check first, there's a couple places. I can go to the orders tab here, and I can look at, you'll note up here at the top, you're editing for fall of 2013, that's when we're currently, the upcoming sale, okay, that we've been training for. But if I want to go see last year or the year before, I can change the cycle through this drop down, and I can go in here, instead of fall 2013, I can go back to fall of 2012, select that. And then I can just, once I change to what I want, I have to hit this change sales cycle button, and then it's going to, you'll see, confirm that you did, because it'll say it fall to 2012 here, it'll say fall 2012 over here as well. Then you can take a look at what did you order, what was your unit order for show and deliver, and what was your order for the take order popcorn, basically the end of your sale. So if I click on this, it's going to bring up and show me in containers. This was what I ordered last year for my unit. And in fact, let me tell you how to read this. So on this screen, we've got here the products. We only, of course, have a limited number of products that we sell in our show and sell sale, which last year, and I think they're the same products this year, off the top of my head, but Unbelievable Butter, the 18 packs of Butter Light microwave popcorn, caramel corn with nuts, and then the caramel corn. Over here it shows you the case to container ratio. So there, in one case, there are 6 boxes of 18 pack Unbelievable Butter. Same thing for the Butter Light. There are 8 bags of caramel corn with nuts in a case, and there are 12 bags of this smaller caramel corn within a case. So that's the ratio over here. Product, pre-order history shows you here that I ordered 20 cases of each of the microwave varieties. I ordered 10 cases of the caramel corn with nuts, and I ordered 30 cases of the smaller bags of caramel corn. 30 cases. That's how many were submitted to council for a total of 80 cases, etc. Now, this center page post-order adjustments. This comes into play if you turn back in any product last year. So as last year, same with this year, we'll offer you an opportunity to turn back in some popcorn product that you order for take order in the event that you don't sell it or don't feel that you can sell it. So that's where the adjustment will show in the future. So if you didn't turn in any popcorn back in from your sale, this will just be blank, but that's what this -5 cases represents. I turned back in 5 cases of Unbelievable Butter, 5 cases of Butter Light, 1 case of caramel corn with nuts, and 5 cases of caramel corn. That's what I turned back in last year. So that gives me a net order of 15 cases of each of the light varieties, 9 cases, and 25. So that tells me how many, and then it breaks it down into containers. But again, this is what I ordered for show and sell last year. Okay, so now I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit the back button, and I'm going to look at the unit order for take order. This was at the end of my sale last year. So this gives me a full breakdown of everything that I sold. Now let me just run through this real quick with you. It's a bit of the same. You got your ratios over here on your products. Things like military donations and such, they're of course 1-to-1. And some of your more premium items are often coming a 1-to-1. So chocolate lovers, tins, etc. But that's the ratio. So how many I ordered, that converts to how many cases and open containers were ultimately sold. And this converts over and comes into your submitted to council. The pre-order adjustment, this is a technique, and we'll talk a little bit more about this. Instead of turning back in popcorn, or what I did here was kind of net out what I had on hand, or what I took, because remember, this order was for the end of the popcorn sale. So when I went to do my final order to council, I had to take out of that order what I had already ordered and what I already had on hand for show and sell. So that's where these -15, and it's hard to see down in this one because it's black, but there aren't any, I didn't get any of the chocolatey triple delights. -15, -15, -9, and -23. Those are what I had outstanding already for show and sell. So then that breaks it down to cases and containers, individual containers. So if I had 7 cases plus 1 container, to equal out to the total number of 43 containers for that were ordered of that product that I needed for that product. So that's kind of how you read, and then you end up with a final unit order. This was my total sale. Everything that I sold through show and sell and through take order, this is kind of the grand number. Was 160 or 100, excuse me, 136 cases and 27 individual containers of stuff. If I wanted to, I can go in here and I can print a unit, click to print a unit invoice, and that's going to open up. Okay, let me just open that. I'll open in Adobe PDF. And what that does gives me a full breakdown of everything. Again, it casts the amount, what was my commission, how much is due to the council. This gives me the full total. And again, this was the invoice for the end of last year. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that. So this is one way that you can go in here and kind of check what did I sell in previous years. Just to recap that, you can go, and I'm on the orders menu. I have to switch to my cycle. It will default you to fall of 2013, the current sale. I want to go back in time and I want to look at what did I do in the fall of 2012, or I can go back and I said, what did I do in the fall of 2011? I select what time frame I want to look at. I hit the change sales cycle, and then I can go in here and I can look at the order. First one is show and sell, and the second is going to be your final order from that previous year. This is 2011, and just to show you, I didn't turn any popcorn back in from what I got for show and sell, so I kept it all. So that's why you see there's no adjustments, post-order adjustments here. I took out 20 cases, 10 cases, 10 cases, and 30 cases. I kept all of it. The technique I used was I had it out to the boys. They sold it. Awesome. If they didn't sell it, they brought it back in, and I held on to it. I held it, understand how much I had in it, and then those boys that maybe sold some but didn't have it in hand, so they did a take order sale, then I knew I could just subtract out what I had on hand before I made my final order to the council. So I hope that makes sense. If not, we can cover it a little bit more in another video. But that's, again, how you can find out what did my unit sell before. Real quick, there may be a report, but I believe all of these are like the unit invoice. No, actually, okay, so unit invoice, I can go in here and I can print the, go back to fall of 2011, for example. I can save the sales cycle similar to the other view we looked at, and then I can see what was my unit invoice. This is going to open up in Adobe PDF. The only challenge to look at it in using this method is that it shows, well, I take that back. In this report, what you end up with is your first order is your take order. So you can kind of see from this report too that this was what I ordered or you would order in a previous year for take order. And this section down here is what you ordered for show and deliver. So, hope that makes sense. Hope that gives you another tool to look at. What did you sell before? So you can kind of use that as a gauge. Were you able to sell it last year or the year before? Do you want to maybe try ordering a little more this year? Have a little more on hand of products, and you can kind of look at what sold well, what maybe not as well in your market, in your area. So, thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for this episode in the video series. But look for more on the way. We're going to cover some more different topics here in the very near future. So hope you have a great sale, and we'll be talking to you. Thanks.